Today we have Kim Berryman, Rescue Director of Alsop to the Rescue with us. And Kim, who do we have here with us today?
We brought in Ellie. She's a 2-year-old American Bulldog mix. We got her out of a shelter. And more than likely, she was probably bred over and over again. So once they were done, we get hundreds of emails a day with asking us to take in different dogs. And we saw Ellie's picture, and we couldn't resist this.
Oh, look at her face. I know. She's adorable.
She's a really good dog.
Yeah, she is. She loves people. So this is just one example of one of our adults that we've got up for adoption here at Alsop to the Rescue. And
well, I want to learn more about feeding the dogs. What are the tips that you would recommend for the best dog food for a particular age of dog? How old is Ellie, do you think?
Ellie is probably, I think she's about 2. At Alsop, what's great is that we can provide food for dogs of all ages. So we get puppies in, we get seniors in, we get dogs with special needs that have allergies. And Ellie's a good example of a dog because she's got the white fur and all the pink. She may need a dog food that is grain-free. So typically, if your dog has allergies, the first thing you want to do is eliminate all the grains in your food.
So let me, I've heard all this gluten-free stuff for humans.
Yes.
Is grain-free the equivalent of gluten-free from human to dog?
I would say just as whatever humans put in, if they put in more processed foods and it's not as healthy for you, the same goes for dogs. So the grains, the glutens, anything more processed, obviously, is not as good for the dogs. And we do have, I don't know if we brought in any of the actual, we've got some dehydrated food and raw food, which again takes out a lot of that processed food. They're the processed ingredients that are going to make the dogs itch. It puts extra weight on the dogs, and it's yeah. Some dogs, I know it's the face. Some dogs are perfectly fine with the grains. It doesn't bother them. So what's nice about us, and especially between with the 2 locations, we're pulling in even more people with more experience. So if anyone really kind of comes in and they have a problem with their dog, we can either go into one of our vets to kind of figure out what's going on and what kind of food they need, or between Sandy, Erica, and myself, and a couple of the other people that are more versed in nutrition, we can 100% get the right kind of food for your dog.
So you mentioned the vets, and Alsop to the Rescue. Actually, we have a veterinary clinic on site in building, which it's a separate entity. The veterinarian is, but they are right there. So these animals have access to really great medical care 24/7, which is great. Just another great thing about Alsop to the Rescue. Cool. And you guys work very well together.
But how about, can we give a tip to the end consumer, the person at home, on how they can know what the right dog food is for their own pet?
Okay, if you look at I would say the main important thing to take away, if I could have one of the smaller bags there. That purple bag. If you look on the back of the bag, it's all going to have the ingredients written on it. If you go into, either you can come into Alsop or you can go into one of our vets, and we can help you figure out if you need a grain-free food for your dog, if it's got the itches or the allergies or whatever. If not, all the ingredients are all on the back, and that's really what you want to do as a consumer. Go in, kind of figure out and understand what is in your dog food and what your dog needs.
Well, Kim Berryman, Rescue Director at Alsop to the Rescue, thank you so much for coming on the show.
And
listeners.
your baby.
I know, thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Ellie. Thanks for being here.
Out today.
We're hoping Ellie finds a home very soon.
We do. She is
All
a great
right.
dog.
Well, thank you so much for coming out, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with our next segment.
The new American Lawn Plan from Jonathan Green. Superior grass genetics, superior soil biology. If the house, the dog, and the kids are important to you, then the yard that they and their friends play in should be important too. That's why many families have decided to go the more responsible new American Lawn route. It provides organic nourishment for the soil, not just the grass. In turn, the soil provides the optimal environment for a natural, thick, healthy, new American lawn. The new American Lawn Plan improves the biology of the soil, treating the cause, not the symptoms. Early in the spring, you'll want to spread Jonathan Green, Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil, and Magical. This organic duo will make your soil more alive and porous, providing grass roots with the air and water they need to be able to grow deep and strong. If you need to seed your lawn, spread genetically superior seed such as Jonathan Green Black Beauty Grass Seed. Contrary to traditional thinking, you don't have to spread crabgrass control yet. The newer technology of Jonathan Green's Crabgrass Preventer is even more effective when it's spread later in the spring. This delay allows your grass seedlings to get a good head start. The new American Lawn Plan will give your lawn longer lasting and more positive results than ever. That's because traditional lawn care that treats the symptoms, such as weeds and insects, also depletes the soil of what the lawn really needs. When you work smart, you let nature do the hard work. And you'll get the new American lawn.